Social workers. What case kept you awake for months? I was 15 minutes late to work that morning because I got stuck in my own front door trying to leave. I rushed into the office expecting another routine day of paperwork and home visits. My supervisor, Delilah, was waiting by my desk with that expression she got when she had to hand out the cases nobody wanted to take. She dropped a thick folder in front of me and said the words that would haunt me for the next year. Family of 6 living in their car behind the Walmart on Route 9. Father works 3 jobs, but CPS wants the children removed immediately. I flipped open the file and saw photos that made my stomach drop. 6 kids ranging from age 2 to 14, all crammed into a beat-up minivan with garbage bags of clothes and a cooler that served as their refrigerator. The intake report said they'd been living like this for 8 months after losing their apartment when the father, David Calloway, got injured at his construction job and missed 2 months of work. Despite working as a night security guard, weekend landscaper, and early morning dishwasher, he couldn't catch up on the back rent. The family had been evicted in January, and it was now September. What made my hands shake was the red stamp across the top of the file. Immediate removal recommended. Neglect and endangerment. The caseworker who'd done the initial assessment had written in bold letters that no children should be living in a vehicle regardless of circumstances, and that Mr. Calloway's work schedule left the kids unsupervised for dangerous periods. I drove to the Walmart parking lot expecting to find what every social worker dreads. Dirty children, parents who'd given up, a situation that clearly justified breaking up the family. Instead, I found something that would shake everything I thought I knew about the system. The minivan was clean inside, organized with military precision. Sleeping bags were rolled and stacked. Clothes were folded in neat piles. The kids were doing homework at a picnic table David had somehow convinced Walmart to let him set up nearby. The oldest girl, Autumn, was helping the little ones with math while simultaneously keeping an eye on the toddler. When David saw me approaching, his face went pale, but he walked over with his shoulders straight and his head up. He was thin, exhausted, wearing a uniform shirt from his security job, but he looked me in the eye when he spoke. "Sir, I know why you're here. I know how this looks, but my kids are fed, they're clean, they're in school every day, and they're loved. I'm not giving up on them." His voice cracked on the last word, but he didn't look away. I asked to speak with each child individually, standard protocol, expecting to find kids who were traumatized or angry about their situation. Instead, I found a family that had turned surviving into an art form. Each child had specific responsibilities. The older ones helped with the younger ones. They had a system for everything, from bath time using the McDonald's bathroom to doing laundry at the laundromat twice a week. What struck me most was how they talked about their dad, not with the resigned acceptance I usually heard from kids in bad situations, but with genuine respect and love. 10-year-old Jamal told me his dad was the hardest working person he knew, and that they were going to get an apartment soon because dad was saving money from all 3 jobs. 8-year-old Destiny said their dad read them stories every night before bed and helped them with homework, even when he was tired from work. When I asked if they felt safe, all of them said yes immediately, without hesitation. They felt safer with their dad in the car than they had in some of the places they'd stayed before. But then, 12-year-old Maya pulled me aside and whispered something that changed everything. She said there was a man who'd been watching them at night, sitting in a red pickup truck across the parking lot. He'd been there for a week, always after dark, just watching their van. Her dad didn't know because he was at his security job, but Maya stayed awake to keep watch while the others slept. She described the man as middle-aged with a beard and said he sometimes got out of his truck and walked closer to look at their setup. My blood went cold as I realized this family wasn't just vulnerable because of their housing situation. They were exposed to predators who saw homeless children as easy targets. I spent 3 hours with the family, and everything I saw contradicted what the paperwork said. Yes, they were living in a car, which was technically inadequate housing. Yes, David was gone working a lot, but Autumn was mature and responsible. And the kids were never actually alone because they stayed near businesses where people knew them. The Walmart employees had been looking out for them. The McDonald's manager let them use the bathroom and sometimes gave them free food. The laundromat owner let them charge their phones and do homework at his tables. This wasn't a family that had been abandoned by the system. This was a family the system was trying to abandon, while real danger circled them like vultures. That evening, I sat in my apartment writing my assessment report, but I couldn't focus on policy violations when Maya's words kept echoing in my head. A predator was stalking this family, and if I recommended removal, the children would be scattered across different foster homes, while their stalker remained free to find other victims. Full story on my channel and linked below.